You're looking at a view from the International Space Station of Earth as the International Space Station is crossing over the Pacific Ocean and about to cross over Mexico. On its cross over Mexico, it'll be crossing over the very coastline of Texas and Louisiana, and then out over the southern states, and then back out over the eastern seaboard, and then out into the Atlantic Ocean. As the Expedition 20 crew is taking a some sleep time today. They did have a half day of work today. They went to sleep around 8:30, just after their lunchtime. They're preparing for tomorrow's spacewalk. That spacewalk is set to begin at 1:45 a.m. Central Time, with NASA coverage beginning at 1:15 a.m. Joining the Expedition 20 crew in just shortly will be the 7 astronauts of Endeavour, the STS-127 crew. Yesterday, mission managers established June 13th, that's on a Saturday, as the official time for the launch of Endeavour on its STS-127 mission. The launch time is currently set for 6:17 a.m. Central Time, 7:17 Eastern Time. Countdown for that launch begins at 8 a.m. Central Time on June 10th. The STS-127 crew is wrapping up a 2-day terminal countdown demonstration test at NASA's Kennedy Space Center in Florida. At the Kennedy Space Center, Endeavour is placed on Launch Pad 39A and making the final preparations for that 16-day mission to the International Space Station. STS-127 will be the 32nd flight dedicated to station construction, and the final series of 3 flights dedicated for the assembly of the Japanese Kibo Laboratory Complex. STS-127 is taking the porch up to the Japanese Experiment Module. It is known as the Japanese Experiment Module Exposed Facility and the Experiment Logistics Module Exposed Section. You're looking at a view from the International Space Station of Earth below as the space station is about to cross over Mexico at this time. Today, as astronauts are flying above the Earth, they will have an opportunity to take photographs. Some of those photographs include some of the areas in Russia, including the Volga, which is the longest river in Europe. It drains much of western Russia. In addition to that, they'll have an opportunity to take a picture of Mount Vesuvius in Italy. And Mount Vesuvius, of course, is a very well-known volcano. It is located between modern Naples and the ruins of the ancient Pompeii. The photographs that are taken by the crew on board the International Space Station are added to the photographs that have been taken by NASA astronauts since the beginning of the Gemini program. Those astronaut photographs allow scientists to study the changes of here on Earth, including urbanization and weather and climate changes, including one of the opportunities that they've taken over the past couple of years have worked with scientists working with the International Polar Year scientists. They were studying the effects of weather change on Antarctica. Again, remember that in the early hours of tomorrow morning at 1:45 a.m., the 5.5-hour spacewalk with Gennady Padalka and Mike Barrett will begin. Those two will be leaving the Pirs docking compartment in their Russian Orlan spacesuits to position a navigational beacon, a Kurs antenna, for the Russian Mini Research Module number 2. The crew is at this time sleep shifting. We will be wrapping up today's commentary with that reminder that programming will begin tomorrow at 1:15 a.m. Central Time. Commentary will resume again tomorrow at 10 a.m. Central